It was a typical night at Crestwood College, a quiet campus nestled on the outskirts of a dense, eerie woods. The lampposts cast long shadows on the deserted walkways, creating an atmosphere of suspense that hung thick in the air. The moon, shrouded by dark clouds, barely illuminated the surroundings. Emma, a sophomore, had been studying late in the library and decided to take a shortcut through the park on her way back to the dorms. The park was usually a serene place during the day, but at night it transformed into a realm of unease. As she ventured deeper, the silence became oppressive, broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant hooting of an owl. Approaching the restroom near the heart of the park, Emma felt an inexplicable sense of being watched. She quickened her pace, glancing around nervously. The restroom's door creaked open, revealing an empty interior. Relieved, she entered and quickly entered one of the stalls and locked the stall door behind her. After she finished relieving herself and exited the stall, the sound of footsteps echoed outside the restroom. Panic set in as Emma realized she was not alone. The footsteps, slow and deliberate, seemed to be following her. She hesitated, her hand on the doorknob, fear gripping her heart. Summoning courage, Emma cautiously stepped out into the dark night. The walkway was barely visible, the lampposts flickering intermittently. The footsteps persisted, always a few paces behind. Her unease turned into terror as she quickened her pace, the suspense building with each echoing step. Suddenly, the footsteps ceased, plunging the surroundings into an ominous silence. Emma froze, her breath caught in her throat. She strained to hear any sign of movement. Nothing. The night was still. Just as she began to relax, a chilling whisper sliced through the silence, sending shivers down her spine. "Emma!" It hissed, barely audible. Her name echoed in the darkness. Trembling, she turned around, only to find the shadows dancing in the moonlight. There was no one there. Confused and frightened, she retraced her steps back to the dorms. Days passed, but the incident lingered in Emma's mind. The feeling of being watched persisted, a constant source of fear. She became obsessed, convinced there was a conspiracy surrounding her. Friends and classmates dismissed her fears, attributing them to stress. One night, unable to shake the paranoia, Emma decided to investigate the woods herself. Armed with a flashlight, she ventured into the darkness. As she reached the heart of the woods, she stumbled upon an old, abandoned building. Its door creaked open eerily. Inside, she discovered a room filled with photographs of herself, candid shots taken on campus, in class, and even in her dorm. Shocked and terrified, she realized the truth. The stalker was not a faceless stranger. It was someone she knew, someone close. The revelation turned her world upside down, as the one person she trusted the most had been orchestrating this elaborate ruse. The conspiracy wasn't external, it was an internal betrayal. And in that dark room, surrounded by the unsettling evidence, Emma realized the true meaning of fear, the fear of those closest to you turning into shadows, concealing their darkest secrets. Terrified by the betrayal, Emma's mind raced to make sense of the situation. How could someone she considered a friend go to such lengths to invade her privacy? The photographs, the whispers in the night, it all pointed to a calculated plan that left her feeling vulnerable and exposed. Determined to confront her betrayer, Emma confronted her supposed friend, Amy, who had been a constant presence in her life. Amy's face went pale as Emma revealed her discovery. Denying the accusations at first, Amy's facade crumbled as Emma presented the damning evidence. As the truth emerged, Amy confessed to her actions, revealing a disturbing obsession that had taken root over the years. The friendship that Emma had cherished had been tainted by Amy's unhealthy fixation. The fear that Emma felt was not an external threat, but a betrayal from within her inner circle. In a shocking twist, Emma discovered that Amy had been manipulating others to isolate her, creating a false narrative that fueled Emma's paranoia. The footsteps, the whispers, all orchestrated to keep Emma on edge. The conspiracy wasn't a grand scheme. It was a web of deceit spun by someone she thought she knew. Emma's world shattered as the realization sank in. The woods, once a place of mystery and suspense, now held the echoes of a friendship gone terribly wrong. The unease she had felt was not the result of an external threat, but the unsettling truth that someone she trusted harbored dark intentions. In the aftermath, Emma grappled with the aftermath of the betrayal, seeking support from friends and campus authorities. Amy faced consequences for her actions, and Emma began the process of rebuilding her life, learning to trust anew. As the story unfolded, the campus buzzed with gossip about the shocking events. The whispers in the night were replaced by the lingering echoes of a cautionary tale, a tale that reminded everyone that darkness could lurk not only in the shadows of the night but also in the hearts of those we least suspect.